I need to finish my stuff.
I'll tag you in it.
That is freaking brilliant.
That's classic.
Alright, tagged you.
Oh shit.
I got like yes. More.
This will be in a minute. There we go.
Is it now?
I think so. Are we streaming? Can people see us? Hang on.
You guys are trolls.
Let's go.
What's happening?
Can people see us?
Hi, Chris. Hi, guys. Can you see us? Can I get a shout?
Who are you? Free printers, please do that. What's going on?
Okay, so it's working.
I think it's working.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can see us? Hello?
Where's the screen again? Oh, there it is. Okay. Is that better? Okay.
The money shot.
Okay. Hey guys, this is the first time I'm trying the whole live video thing. I've done it on Instagram before. You guys know Ben and you know Myles. We got a brand new 3D printer. So basically, like, obviously we're testing out the whole live stream thing, but also we're showing you guys our brand new 3D printer. Now, to give you an idea of how big this thing is, I'm 5'9", and look how tall this thing is. So this thing is going to be great for like printing armor, helmets, you name it. It's going to be a really good investment. So we're kind of going to try and demonstrate it as well. Do we have to? What should we do?
We should probably like plug it in.
Yeah, plug it in. That'll help.
Let me do that.
While you're doing that, hang on. Let me
Check the chat.
Yeah, I'm checking the chat. Hello, everybody. It says live stream is offline. No, can't be.
What did you type?
Live stream offline. Live. Stream resumed. We're live again? Yeah.
Is it online or offline?
It went offline and then it came back again.
Aha.
Look, look what it froze on your...
Oh wow. Oh no.
Let's check it
Man
out.
down.
Piece of eye
down.
It's loading.
Yeah, this is Australia. We might need to like tether a phone or something.
Yeah.
Might be better.
Oh, it's there. Okay, I think it's working again. Yeah, guys, we're just working out the kinks with all this, the kinkiness and all that stuff.
You should also remember Australian internet is made of cheese.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how we get our internet.
Hang on.
Now you can see it's actually as tall as Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello from India. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's night over there. Yeah, it's 7:55 p.m. here. What is it, Thursday? It's Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Loading slowly. Okay. What should we do? Should we go on my phone or?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
If you have a look, go back to the broadcasting software. Yeah, it's just dropping like 90% of the frames.
Okay.
I think.
All right. So.
Hotspot.
Old school 1001.
Yeah, but you want to use your Vodafone, or you want to use my phone.
Oh no, I'll use my phone.
You just disconnect from the Wi-Fi and then use that, create your hotspot from that onto there.
Yeah, it should have a setting on there that literally says mobile hotspot.
You haven't done this before, have you?
I know how to hotspot here.
And then all you do is you sign into the Wi-Fi on your phone and the password
Yeah,
should
yeah.
be on the settings.
Allow hotspot. Personal hotspot on. Bluetooth is off. Oh, for God's sakes.
And then that should, when it's connected. Try again. Hit it again.
Oh, connecting. Stop streaming. Okay.
There we go. We're now.
Do you have to wait for that to?
No, it's doing. See how it's green down the bottom?
Oh, yep. There it is.
Yeah. So.
Buffering. It works. Fucking A. Why so laggy? Because we're in Australia.
Cheesy
Yay.
internet.
Hey from Spain. Hola amigo, ¿cómo estás? Hey Chris. Hello everyone. Hopefully this is working now. Tim Tams.
Are we back?
I think we're back. Hello from India. That says we're all
Yeah, it says we're working,
Yeah,
so
we're all G.
people should be able to tell us. if
He is
we're
back. Okay, sweet. Hi from the Netherlands. Love your work. Hello, everybody. Okay, guys, as we were saying, we're gonna just kind of play with this live stream and test out this 3D printer. Miles, what's the name of this printer again?
working. This is called a TiVo Little Monster.
TiVo Little Monster. All right, sweet.
And just before we start, just to give you a size comparison, this is one of my Prusa Mark IIs. Like,
It's still a damn good printer.
it's a great printer, but
It was until we got this.
it's just not as large.
So you guys know how I had that Batfleck helmet 3D printed half scale and full scale? Well, that's the printer that we used. We printed it in pieces, but this could print a wearable helmet in one hit. So actually, show the crossbones one.
You could almost print something
Yeah.
this size here,
So
which is 1-to-1 scale crossbones helmet.
yeah, Ben's working on this crossbones helmet at the moment. Miles has printed it in different pieces. So these two pieces here were printed by that printer there, and the grey section here was printed by the new printer we have here. What should we print?
Well, seeing as I've already got the file loaded up for that, I just thought we're not going to get that printed,
Oh no, like that would be like a Guinness World Record of a live stream.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anyone wants to sit around and watch it for 3D printer do its job, because
And we're just shooting the shit, and it's just also just for the live stream as well, just to check that out.
Yeah.
Show 'em Pikachu. So this is
Yeah.
how long did this take? So this Pikachu was also printed on the new printer. How long did that take? Again?
about 4 hours.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Is that high resolution or just?
No, that's really, really low.
That's really good for a low
Yeah.
resolution.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, 3D printing resolution works on layer height. So, the more layers you have, the better a resolution you have. This has a resolution of 0.3 millimeters. So, you normally go down to like 0.2, 0.1. And yeah, after that, it's really stupidly precise. So
Where did this come from again?
This came from China.
Okay.
So, most 3D printers come from China these days. But,
Most things come from China these days.
Made in China.
China.
So it's ready to pump out a print, but it'll have to warm up obviously. But you can see how violent it is when it actually starts up.
Yeah, like this is like really different from what I'm used to with filament printers. This thing is just nuts, and everything's controlled. This is the main part where you control.
Yeah,
everything,
so
right?
that's the circuit board which is running the whole lot, and this is the little interface you have here to control it. So little touchscreen controller, power supply back here. This is a Delta style printer. My other ones are what's known as a Cartesian printer, where basically it has an X and Y back and forth. This uses 3 up and down rails here, so there's motors in each one of these, and it moves around like this to get your patterns around. So we can start it up and see how it goes.
Sweet, I'm keen.
Let's do it.
So
You just automatically got the crossbones. Is it the whole helmet or just a section of
it's
it?
just the back section of it.
Yeah.
A batarang would be awesome. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be printing up
Yeah.
batarangs for
Oh, yes.
sure. For everyone that's joining us, hello everybody. So we're just doing a test of the whole live stream thing. So I want to do more live streaming eventually. I've started off doing it on Instagram, but we're just over at Miles's place tonight, just trying out this brand new 3D printer and just mucking about with it. So this will probably be the first of many live streams, whether it be here or at Benno's place or in my place at the workshop. So just a bit of everything, guys. So is it right to go? Or?
Yeah, it's doing its thing. It's warming up.
What I might do, I might just move the lappy back just a squidge.
Squidgery-doo.
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 Alright.
Tilt it down a bit. Yeah, there
That's
you go.
perfect. Beautiful. I'm getting excited. I'm taking my thongs off for this.
Whoa.
I know them.
On my house, you're not.
Our American friends might interpret that a bit different.
Get out.
Why is he wearing 2?
Now, because usually, this was a silicon or something? What did you call it before?
It's a silicon heat bed, so it actually runs off where most, so like my other printers over there, they have like a 12 volt or 24 volt step down, so the print heater surface is actually running on 12 volts, where this print bed is actually running off 220 volts AC. So it's quite literally lethal current that will kill you if you were to touch those wires together.
Challenge accepted.
Don't start me, mate.
Please, be my guest. I am not driving you to the hospital.
Cosplay Chris challenges you.
Now that's a good vlog. These things don't come with scrapers. You just like buy something.
This one came with a scraper, but it sucks. So that's just a scraper from Bunnings.
Really?
Yeah.
What was like? Just was flimsy or?
It's so, but you need a really thin one to try to get under the print, and
Right.
it was just too thick. It was just like a normal paint scraper. That blue light there, if you can see it, just turn on. That means that now the hot end here is now warming up. There's a light back here for the heat bed, so it's finished, and now it's just going to start the cycle for the hot end.
That's really cool. How long did it took you 3 hours to put this together?
About it was actually like the instructions sucked. They were horrible, but the actual construction was really simple. It's actually easier than the Prushas and stuff. So
I haven't mentioned in the video yet. So, as well as this, we're also dabbling in 3D scanning, and it's really cool. You explain it.
me, yeah.
You're the smart one.
So we're basically really simple 3D scanning. We're going to use an Xbox 360 Kinect and a little adapter which plugs into your PC, and use a bit of software called Kinect, and you're able to scan. It's not great 3D scanning. It's not photogrammetry style. It's not Hollywood level style, but it does allow you to scan stuff. And at least, say for instance, we're going to scan Chris. And then we can model armor and things around him. So rather than guessing when we print how big things have to be, we can scale them directly for his particular body. His short body.
No, short. Not much scanning required then. No. But the main thing, like ever since Miles said he wanted to dabble in this whole scanning thing, was the hands, my Edward Scissorhands project, and then obviously for armor and all that. So, all right, it's moving.
And there we go. We have 7 hours of this to watch. So strap yourselves in.
What you thinking about?
We're not watching the chat. Like, we really have to have the chat open. Or we need to, like, can you make it like...
Yeah, can you minimise the chat so it's a window?
You mean maximize it?
Well, have it both so you can see so that we can see what we look like, and then... See, I don't do this Mac thing anymore. You do the Mac thing.
Fine, I will. I will do the Mac thing.
Cool. But you can't. Oh, there you go. Oh, you need the Mac thing. Excellent.
That's right. Print dildos.
Too late.
We 3D printed ourselves big, massive dildos. England person here. What is going on with the Queen's other half?
Funny you should ask that.
Yeah. What are you guys?
Just in, someone's retiring.
What are you guys printing? We're just doing a test print of.
Actually, pass this bit further.
Which one was it? This one?
Yeah, those two.
So just to give you guys an idea, it's like a crossbones helmet from Civil War. Obviously, we're not going to show you guys to print the whole thing. We're just kind of demonstrating how this thing works and how different it is from regular 3D printers.
So this is actually the bit that's printing. This is the reason why I cut this file up is you try and, well, what I try and do is eliminate support material because it takes forever, it uses up all of your material, and it sucks. So if you cut the file up, you can actually eliminate a lot of your support. So I cut all this off. It's actually printing bits basically like that. And I've already printed one of these ones stuffed up. It lifted off the bed a little bit, and now it's.
Just throw that at me. Oh, you bastard!
You bastard.
End of live stream.
We got into a scuffle.
Yeah, that's it. You outside.
They start a couple 3D printers just like smashed in the corner.
Dildos. Everyone's just like dildos.
Yeah, print dildos. All of the
Philip is now stripping at the Playboy Mansion. May the 4th be. Yeah, May the 4th be with you guys. I just did that.
Wow.
I'm gonna piss a lot of people off.
Oh.
I just did that deliberately. Sorry, guys.
There goes 20,000 subscribers.
Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2 yet? Yeah, we could do a review right now of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
All right. So when did you guys see it?
Monday.
I saw it like 2 days after it was out here. So
Okay,
Thursday. Actually.
I saw it last night. I loved it. I laughed more than the first one, and I heard a lot of people had a lot of reservations about this one, but I thought it was really good. I did think the whole story with Gamora and her sister was kind of unnecessary and I don't know, just boring. But I liked it. It was pretty good. Gentlemen, thoughts?
Yeah, it was good. It was definitely it was a lot of like slapstick comedy moments. I think or sorry, what you call it? Like, comic relief style moments. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was good for a laugh. Good for some sci-fi action, nerdy stuff as well. I'm not very much into philosophy of movies, but I sort of go in and turn my brain off for a while, and
that's the point of it. Yeah. I think the comedy was definitely heaps more slapstick, but I think Drax stole the show, Baby Groot stole the show.
Yeah, definitely.
I did like the whole thing with Kurt Russell and
Ego.
Yeah, with Ego and Peter. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Stan Lee cameo was brilliant. I was laughing my ass off over that. So I'd probably give it a solid 4 Geeks out of 5. Definitely. So that was actually a good idea to do. So I was like,
we didn't say that. You didn't say is this a spoiler review or a non-spoiler review?
I haven't said any spoilers.
You could have just ruined it for us.
Oh no! I wouldn't do that.
You said it was good. You fucking ruined it.
Spoiler alert! It's good.
Yeah.
It's funny. Are you going to Comic-Con in London one day? Yeah, I definitely want to go back to London. The first time, when was I in London? I think I was like 12 when Dad took Mum and I. Yeah. You did that like so seductively.
I know. I just brushed a bit of your sweat off. I'm taking it home with me.
Yo, mate. Sell it on eBay.
You'll cherish it for. No. You know what we have to do? And I reckon the stream will agree with me. We have to bottle up your dirt of your driveway and sell it.
With a bit of shoe polish.
That's
A bit of shoe polish as well.
But
Guys, I don't
please,
think
come
there's
on.
any dirt left in his driveway.
I'm not sure how far the chat is offset to the video stream.
Someone's just like, a couple of people have said print an Infinity Gauntlet. That would be sick.
That would be sick.
That would be.
Yeah, I'm going to Sydney Supernova, guys, both Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully Saturday is going to be Drake from Uncharted 3 and Pirate Batman on the Sunday. Is someone fiddling with the back of my head?
No.
Oh, no.
I could be.
Let's imagine
Hand
like...
on my hands.
Let's imagine you put this dog collar on and like drag me.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Print a 3D printer, Chris. You could totally do that, couldn't you?
Well, if you pass me this this machine down here.
Oh, she's picked up.
Oh
no,
Mr. Hart. Alright, I'll cancel it. This is what happens when you don't watch your first layout.
Guys, this was a test to show you guys what can happen when a 3D computer says no.
So, this printer here, every orange part you see on it is 3D printed. So, Joseph Prussia has a factory somewhere with 1 million of these printers, and they print all the parts for their own printers. So, self-replicating.
What do they print it out of? Those particular parts?
This is ABS. And
really?
This it's all printed in ABS. They have a temperature-controlled room.
Okay.
So, and this little black box here is PETG. That's a different type of plastic, like PET bottles. You know, like your Coke bottles.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
it's like PET with
is that that
glycol.
new filament that's out? The one that we were
Yeah,
talking
it's like so. PET has a similar printability to PLA, which is like super easy to print with, but it has a little bit better temperature resistance and things like that.
Yeah, cool.
ABS is a prick to print with.
Mm-hmm.
You need a really hot climate. So in summertime here, brilliant. If you haven't got an enclosure, wintertime here, it sucks. So yeah,
That's pretty cool though. Because don't they recommend you have to print spare parts before you do anything?
You should, yeah. But I've got 2 of these machines, so if one breaks, well, hopefully they don't break at the same time. So, and now we have this guy. So there's actually no 3D printed parts on this machine. It's pretty much all aluminium extrusion, aluminium plates, carbon fiber rods. It's pretty good, like for the price of it. Surprisingly enough, this machine costs the same amount as this one down here. So
That's crazy.
yeah, this does require. I mean, look, every 3D printer requires a bit of tweaking, like out of the box. This one, you have to assemble both of them. This one is probably I find the best sort of like in its price range for being able to pull out of the box, assemble it, and press go, and it just produces great prints. This one's going to require some tweaking. The bed's a bit unleveled. One of these belts, or actually one of these pulleys here is a bit uneven, so it needs to be replaced, things like that.
So actually, that's a good example. Do you want to explain what just happened?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, so move this a bit closer. So basically, this printer has bed leveling. So there's a little BL touch back here which is meant to level the bed. What is happening is though is that because this bed is on a very slight slant this way, this filament is not sticking on this side as well as this over here. So this one is lifted up over here, but this one is still stuck down pretty well. So yeah, so we've just got to basically shim it up on this side a little bit, redo the calibration on it, try and get it leveled, and then we go again.
Oh, well,
Seems like fun.
Yeah, good times.
I will keep this as confetti.
Yes, you can have that.
It was going so good as well.
Yeah, that's what happens though. The first layer is generally the most important because if that doesn't go down, then nothing else is going to stick. So,
See, I'm surprised like nothing happened to him.
yeah, so he had a piece of build tack on, which because first calibrations, the print had actually dug into the build tack and tore a big hole in it. So therefore, it was alright. It just depends on like not how the printer's feeling, but it's just it can be, you know, where the nozzle comes down. Have you touched it? Is there oil from your hands on the print bed? All that sort of stuff. So yeah,
Let's see what's going on here.
hood mask. What else have we got?
That Crossbones mask made me think, would you ever do a Red Hood cosplay? Yeah, definitely do a Red Hood cosplay. Print a Red Hood mask. Billy, I do actually remember you from Supernova. I do remember a gentleman called Billy. I joined late. Did you go over total cost, all hardware, software, and filament options? Cheers from state of Florida in the US.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the printer was on sale through AliExpress for $798 US. They had free shipping at the time. Not sure what it is now. Tiva website, have a look. Filament, this is just a spool of Prusa PLA that I got with one of those printers. I'm not a big PLA printer because I print mainly car parts for my own business, but for this sort of work, probably PLA or PETG is what we're going to use. So you're looking probably about $30 for filament. Software-wise, Cura's free. Depends on what you model. If you're modeling or you're just printing stuff online, it's all free. So basically, you're looking about $30 and $800 for this machine.
That's pretty damn good for what you're getting.
Yeah.
And the amount of surface area you can print.
Yeah. So the Prusas will do, sorry, I don't know about this in inches, but basically 21 centimeters by 25 by 21. This one will do 340 millimeters, and because it's a circle, it doesn't have an X and a Y, 340 by 500. So it is quite literally from here down to the bottom here is, so when my hand, I don't know if you can see where the hot end is, basically when my hand is there down to the ground is how tall it can print, which is fairly reasonable.
That's a lot. So guys, like it's good for gauntlets, shin armor, helmets, even like printing like a chest plate. You can print that in two pieces.
Yeah, cut it in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. It's just because obviously I want to do armored Batfleck. I want to do this hybrid armored, tactical suit from Justice League. I want to do a armored Wolverine costume, and also obviously finish off the Edward Scissorhands projects. That's where the scanning will come in, and obviously scanning our whole bodies, it just helps with scaling down armor if you do buy files that are already made. But yeah, everyone's like Infinity Gauntlet. That'd be a pretty good idea.
We need to find a model because I can model like car parts and stuff. I'm pretty good with that. Modeling an Infinity Gauntlet is not my specialty.
There's a fair few vendors out there, especially with Infinity War coming up in the next couple of years. I think there'll be a lot more reference. And
if you can find a model, we can print it. But the thing is, if it's someone else's model, you either have to buy it off them because really you shouldn't be, unless they release it for free, you shouldn't be printing and molding or anything like that with their stuff. Or either give them attribution to their prints.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if it's one of those things where you pay the high price, they're giving you the right to.
Yeah, like there's certain companies out there that will.
You can do what you want with it. Just like you said, don't share it.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I think what it comes down to is it's their property. So they've spent all the time and effort to model these 3D objects, and if they were to give it to someone who paid a price for it, and then that person decided to give it to their friend, and then vice versa down the chain, then it's really the profit margin for them is not even worth them doing anymore.
It's basically piracy. If someone releases something and they say, I don't want you to share it, and you do share it, it's piracy.
Exactly. Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's like anything. If an artist makes a song and you pirate it, if a 3D designer makes a file and you pirate it, same thing. Movie
Similar to-
piracy.
Oi, check this out. This dickhead, Cameron, want to print a Daredevil cowl for me, Chris. Oh, this guy's a dick. No, I'm just kidding. Cameron's one of my best friends. Cameron's the guy that sent me the Pirate Batman guns and all that. Yeah. So,
But still a dickhead, is that what you're saying?
oh, he's a big dickhead. He's such a dickhead. Nah, Cam's my man. He's the salt of the earth. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's all shy. Have 3D printed classic Harlequin prop gun. Oh, yeah. That's another thing. So, Harley's gun off Suicide Squad is based off a Rhino revolver, I think. And that was all 3D printed. Like, they didn't get an actual...
saying that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was all 3D printed.
Wow.
The eyepiece for Deadshot for his cowl, that was 3D printed. What else?
There's a lot of, like, in Civil War, the Black Panther helmet itself was actually a 3D print.
They didn't mold it. That was just...
That was just 3D printed and then put on Chadwick Boseman's head. Like,
It was
it.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, so that was Ironhead Studio who did that, and then
I
Jose
remember
did
that.
it, and just printed it, which is amazing, which just goes to show how accurate these can be with their resolutions. It's insane. Mind you, that printer was
so
probably about
proud
like $30,000 or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to something
See
like
their scanner though?
Oh, insane. What they did at Conan.
They got like 4 scanners and like each one's like as big as that, and it just drops down
Yeah.
Wow.
over the... And then they mill them out of like this big block of foam. They did for Conan, and it's obviously what they've done for like Affleck and Gal Gadot and all that. But
You're friends with them now. Make a trip back.
Oh
Just-
yeah. I'll just knock on his
Hey
door.
guys. Do you wanna
Hello,
just,
mate.
Yeah.
Can
Remember
you
me?
scan me, champion?
Got a beer for you.
Yeah.
Either that or we can buy like 100 Nikon cameras and set them up in a big rig and take photos of ourselves and do photogrammetry.
They'd have
Yeah.
like 1Ds though when they doing those.
Oh,
photos.
it's something stupid like that. Like the sort of rig that is. I mean, I'm not exactly sure. I know what photogrammetry is, but I don't know exactly what cameras they use. I know whether they use IR or whether they like infrared energy or like whatever they're using. Basically, it's expensive. So
Oh yeah.
doing it with this, as I say, it will produce a scan. It will allow you to digitize your image. It's not going to look super pretty, but it is going to allow you to get scaling at least. So that's really all you need. Like for his hands, it doesn't matter if they look like he's dunked in a bucket of water, as long as they,
Yeah, just for scale comparison.
As long as
It'd
the
be perfect,
form's
yeah.
there, it's fine. Because I think if we keep trying to resize those palm plates,
Well, because we printed the palm plate and I put it on, and it looked like Ryu's glove out of Street Fighter.
yeah, that's right.
And then
Yeah,
you tried to put it
Yeah.
on, and you could fit pretty much all 4 fingers through one of the gaps for the finger holes.
that's what she said.
I knew
Why
it was
did
going
you
to
It was
Why?
coming. That's what she said.
We have a giant printer, and there's no. That's what she said about it. What is going? Oh, we have to name it too. Can you guys think of a name?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
What should we name the printer, guys? What would be a really good name for the printer? It's.
I have a name, but I've just been watched 2 seasons of Rick and Morty. So
Can we call it Mr. Meat? What is it, Mr.
oh, Mr. Macy's.
Mr. Macy's?
Yeah. Look at me, I'm Mr. Macy's. I was actually thinking Tiny Rick, but
Tiny Rick.
yeah.
Bentley.
Tiny Rick.
Okay. Big Bertha, Bob, Bentley, Peter, Velma, Printer McPrintface.
No, that's taken already.
The printer, Steve, Bertha, Tom Holland, Mr. Macy's,
Mr. Macy's.
Veronica, Tony, Bertha, Tiny Rick.
See, someone.
Yes.
Someone's on to you. Lucy, a lot of Berthas. Toby, Schlong.
The Schlong Printer 5000.
Yeah, the Schlong 5000.
Long Dom.
Megatron. What do we got? Lord Voldemort.
Most of the time, I will call it "you bastard," but you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bastard. We call it Democracy Manifest.
Yeah, Democracy.
Bok Choy, Printzilla. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I do like that.
That is. It's because
Or-
it's big. Fuck off, big printer.
Imagine that. Imagine that's the actual name. The fuck off big print.
Yeah.
Gentlemen. Tiny Rick. A lot of people coming in with Tiny Rick. Piece of junk. Yeah, true. There's no way to talk about Ben. That's
How
not
rude.
nice. Bastard.
You bastard.
Oh yeah, because you totally could print the Daredevil. So it's like a shell there, and it's got the.
Yeah.
It's like a hood.
Funny you say that. I always thought you should do season 1 Daredevil cosplay.
Yeah, but I don't
Watch
have
it.
time to watch it.
Everyone here should tell Chris to watch it because it's amazing.
Look, I bet it's amazing. I've heard nothing but good stuff, and with Arrow, I just don't have
what?
time.
Arrow's turned to shit. Don't watch Arrow.
I watched Luke Cage. Haven't watched Daredevil, and I think Luke Cage was pretty horrible. To be honest,
It is
Really?
not that good.
Yeah,
Trust me when I say just Daredevil season 1, and then you don't have to watch anything else. That's how I feel.
Right,
2's
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm keen for the Defenders. Luke Cage is average. Jessica Jones is average. Iron Fist is pretty terrible. But Daredevil season 1's pretty good.
Yeah, fair enough.
I remember watching a couple of episodes of Arrow. I liked it, and obviously I've watched that hallway fight for Daredevil because that was
That's
sick.
good shit.
But I like the costume. Like I like the costume he gets for. Is it season 2?
Yeah, so
End of
it's
season
the
one.
end of season 1,
End of
and then
season
they
one.
slightly tweak. So I think there's story reasons behind it in season 2, but
Right.
I always thought, season 1 just a simple thing, but also because here it'd be like, "This is you," and
Yeah.
it'd be like just a bit of stubble. It's
Yeah.
like,
Easy. But look, it's a nice looking
or
costume.
just
It's-
do blind Matt Murdock, just walk around
whacking
Like,
people
yeah.
with the stick.
You got a suit, right?
Yeah, I got a suit. Or I could do what's the first costume where he puts the bandana over
Yeah,
his
that's what I'm
head?
saying. Yeah, that's the sick one. That's what I love.
Oh, Thor's new helmet. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, he
yes.
plonks that down.
Yeah, there's actually files for that have been.
Yeah. Did was it Uncle Jesse did that already?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he got it off.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
E60X or whatever it was.
I don't
Oh, Matt.
Yeah, Matt,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Um,
think he did it for him. Or was it DO3D?
I don't know who
Yeah.
did it. I know he made a video about it, but yeah.
He does some pretty cool stuff.
I'm having way too much fun with this.
He actually had a good way to scale helmets by like if you do that where you were showing before, where you do that first print layer,
Yeah.
it actually can. If you get it something like that,
Yeah.
then you can stop the print there, see if it fits.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to waste filament or any product. You
Yeah,
can go,
yeah.
oh, it doesn't scale it.
Unlike your first helmet, which was we
Yeah.
printed and you remember the first backplate helmet?
the front half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We printed the front half, and it was like when I put it on, I seriously printed like the front, that sort of top ear section. I put it on my head, and it came down to maybe just below my ear, and I'm like, unless your head is like a child, it's not going to fit you. And he's like, you're like, no, it'll be fine. No, it was not fine.
But like the front, like when I put on, it fit perfectly. But just like you're like, there's so much more that needs to print, and you got a lot of head.
Yeah,
that's what she said, sticking out of here. But that's a good thing because like the helmets that I offer on the Etsy store are pretty big for my noggin. I have to put some foam in there, but with this printer we can scale it down if we want to do a one-off for when I do the full mech armor and just do it in one hit. Or actually, would you splice it up or would you do it in one hit?
No, what I would do, the reason why I cut up Crossbones so much was because the bottom wasn't flat, where your helmet file is flat on the bottom, so I can put it down. What you do is you cut the top off, so you basically scalp it so that you can, so imagine this is the helmet. If you chop its head off, that way it doesn't have to fill this with support material, like all the way up through here, so you can just make like a nice big perimeter, and then you print the top and just glue it back down, sand it,
Does it have any support, even if you do chop that head off it? God, that sounds horrible. That's not what she said. Do you still have to support it to an extent up, or can that print literally layer upon layer up
you
to
can basically just print a big vase. So essentially, if you want so
that's it.
as long as there's 3D printer hate overhangs. So essentially, where it comes up, is
So that first one you did for Chris, that quarter scale, you did that. And that was in one piece, I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct. And you had to support because it came over in one piece.
That's right. And it was small enough to be able to say, look, it's not actually that big of a time loss. Because the one thing is you lose material and you lose time.
Yeah, fair call.
So if you want to print, yes, we could print the helmet in one hit. It would take about 50 hours of straight printing and waste half a roll of filament.
Yeah, so you're better off taking the time to split it up and just do a little bit of gluing.
That's right.
And she's done.
What about the regular cal, how I want to do that in half scale as well on here? Because that's still like an odd. There's no flat.
Yeah, so when I printed it last time, I printed it basically, I did a half scale print, but I put it on its back. And the reason was that so I get more surface area. It wasn't going to fit properly when I printed it upright on the Prusa, but with this, I could print it like that. It would make a support surface. What we could also do is, again, slice it somewhere through the middle so there's a nice flat surface for it to sit on.
Yeah.
And then basically, you only have to cut maybe sort of 2 or 3 centimeters off the bottom, just as long as it's flat, and then you can, like, again, glue it back together.
Yeah.
So, and you're going to sand, paint it, prime, lots of stuff. So really, it's not that big of a deal. If you want to print it in one big piece, you can. There's no problem with that. But I just think slicing a model up and gluing it together, if you're going to paint it, is better than wasting your time trying to print on support material, because it's just going to look horrible on the
Yeah,
bottom.
look, if you're going to be adding heaps of filler to it, then it's not going to matter. It's just it just gets a bit fiddly. That's all. And just that plastic, trying to sand that plastic is horrible.
Brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely horrible.
PLA is really like it's quite a hard plastic. ABS is a softer plastic that it does sand better.
Yeah.
And you can actually acetone wipe it as well. So generally with a ABS print, I'll wipe it with acetone first, and it sort of seals up all the porousness of the 3D print.
Now, is PLA the stuff you can bury and it'll break down?
Yeah, so it's made of, I think it's sugar or starch or something, but it's not made of sugar, but it's basically, I think it's a starch mixture, so it's an organic style material. You can put it on a shelf and it'll last. It's just if you put it in compost some day, it will probably end up breaking down over a couple of years. PETG can be recycled, but there's no recycling facilities for printed plastic in Australia, and ABS is pretty much just throw it in the bin.
So they're marketing something that is not possible with the...
Well,
Print some beer.
Print a container for the beer.
Oh man, I wish.
So the reason why no recycling is done on, because it's not labelled. If you look at, or it's not marked. So if you look at every bottle, there's a little, it is PETG, there's a recycle symbol.
Yep.
Because they don't know what this is, when it goes to recycling centre, they go, well, we're not going to recycle it, we're going to put it in the bin. So that's pretty much why.
So have you seen the numbers on bottles?
Yeah.
When I was told about that, I was like, oh god, I've got like a tumour in here or somewhere. And I think, is it number 1 that you can reuse?
Oh, you're talking about the BPAs or whatever?
So obviously like a bottle, like a bowl of Coke or Sprite, Fan or whatever, you're supposed to use once and chuck it away. But if you have like an actual drink bottle or a protein shaker,
so there's something in the plastic.
I think it's on the bottom.
Are they biodegradable or something like that?
It's
because
the
really
ones,
thin ones. Or
it's
something
the
like
ones that maybe someone can tell us. Is it BPAs or something like that?
You guys are smarter than us.
Yeah. It's all on you guys now.
Yeah, tell us now.
Everyone's still just like, print a dildo.
Yeah.
You guys have a weird fascination with dildos.
Yeah.
But they're funny.
Yeah,
But you know what,
they're
though?
more dildos.
If you were that
Everything.
desperate and you needed to 3D print a dildo, you could go to the short store and buy one quicker than you could print it. Just so you
True.
know.
Yeah, that's true.
That being said, Miles does take commissions for dildos.
He does.
He will.
Why do you do this to me? Why?
You also print in flexible, so it's like floppy and everything?
That's right. That's
Yes.
right. All of the
Just put a bit of
flexible
acetone on the sit out in the sun for a while. Oh god.
materials. Oh dear.
I know, too far.
Print a life-size bust of Galacticus. the Jason X mask. That would look pretty
That'd be kinda cool.
Yeah,
sick.
that'd be cool.
Chris, say hi to hello, Amar. Hello. VB. Someone's just like VB. It's super. So, I will be going to Supernova Sydney. I will be going to Oz Comic Con Melbourne. As far as Adelaide goes, probably. Have you guys been to Adelaide before?
Radelaide.
Radelaide.
Place to be.
I have once.
What's it like?
There's not really much
Boring.
there. Yeah, it's not really much there.
It was like, you're doing wrong. If you live there, you know where everything is. It's great, but
Yeah.
quite literally, I had no where nothing was. I went to a wedding. It was out in the sticks, so I didn't know a damn
Those
thing.
are the best weddings when they're out in the sticks.
Yeah.
Everyone just gets written off and can't drive anywhere.
Yeah,
But the thing is, we were so tired, we wanted to go home because we were waiting for a bus to take us back.
Yeah.
It was just like we had to hang around at this
Oh.
wedding. I'm like, I'm tired. I just want, and I'm sorry for people who were at this wedding, but I was really bored.
Oh, jeez.
But there was like 300 people there, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
That's alright. Got a 3D print in Australia. Actually, yeah, just for the hell of it, after you mentioned the whole scanning thing, I looked up like 3D scanning services in
Yeah.
Sydney, and there's one It looks legit, but like they would charge like $2,000 for like a scan of my hand.
Wow. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's right. I remember you saying that the other
Well, that
week.
was the guy I asked him to print the palm plates for scissor hands, and thank God he didn't, because it was that scale that would have printed out.
They were so wide, like you would put them on, and I don't know. Basically, they need to be a lot more narrow and a lot sort of like longer.
Because like you got to like bring them in a bit as well.
Because they were really fat. Like, so they were, as you put it on. I mean, I'm sure I've got photos somewhere I can post them if people are actually interested. But basically, you put it on, and I swear it looked like a boxing glove. It was so big. Yeah.
It really did. Like it fit you perfectly, but it was still bulky.
Yeah, like I couldn't actually move my fingers because they were so like it was so big and bulky. And there's no way if you walked into a con wearing those, you would just it wouldn't look right.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
You know.
So I suppose this is the beauty of the scanning that's going to be done, that we can.
Yeah, that's
you know, scale it down to
That's
exactly or at least very close to the size that's necessary, using Chris as a guinea pig.
That's right. Well, here's an idea. Why don't we do a video one day on 3D scanning with a Kinect and how you can do it yourself for like cheap
so
dollars.
much like the voice modulator video, guys, we're going to be doing a video on how you can like, you know, set up your own rig for like a 3D scanner. And it's like, it didn't even occur to me that you could use one of these Kinects. So it's a good idea. Miles quickly showed me before we started this just how, like a rough idea of how it works on his laptop. But it's one of those things where like your laptop was struggling a bit.
It was, yeah. You need basically like it works on GPU, which is like your graphics card.
Yeah.
And my laptop doesn't have a graphics card. Well, it has a video controller, but it doesn't have like a proper like NVIDIA or some high end.
You hook that into up to the beast in your computer room.
That's right, and it'll do its thing.
Supercharge.
Yeah,
that's right.
And so basically, like you just say you want to scan my hand, you've got to keep the same distance the whole time.
Yeah, you basically the Xbox Kinects have a minimum distance. They only see like 40 centimeters. Like they can see a minimum, so you have to keep the object sort of like this far away.
Yeah.
And then you have to sort of like move around it. So the object can move, but it has to stay still. So you can't see my head. All you'll be able to see is like my neck for the last.
Check out that chin. That's a
No.
strong
Yeah,
chin.
there he is.
It's plural, mate. Plural.
Don't sell yourself.
And so yeah, basically you have to keep the object ultra still. You can move around with this. It does, it does track the object, so it's pretty good. It just requires a bit of computing power and a lot of swearing and getting it right. So
yeah, but if you don't swear, you're not doing it right.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right,
You're
that's
not
right.
trying hard enough.
That's
It's
right.
too easy.
That's right. And we'll bring a spare in case I throw this one across the room.
I was going to say, like, you have to chuck it at the wall at least once.
Yeah, that's right. And if it still works, good on Microsoft for building a sturdy product.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I reckon we should make a video on that sometime.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
like
definitely.
scan yourself
Yeah.
or whatever.
So it's such a common thing. Like Lucas got himself scanned at Officeworks.
Office works.
Because I'm like, guys, if you watched the whole Supernova thing from last weekend, Lucas, who was Deathstroke, he got a scan of himself done because he does 3D printing, and you can get a scan of yourself done at certain Officeworks, and they have 3D printers there. And he said they were absolutely useless. Like, they didn't know how to use it properly. They probably just plonked everything there and be like, all right, use it. But it's handy if you've got a scan on file of yourself. That way you can scale down any armor, helmets, any add-ons to your costume. It's just better than sending something off to Shapeways for $600.
$1
Yeah.
billion.
Yeah, $1 billion for a helmet.
Look, don't get me wrong, they do great prints, but it's costly. You only get sort of one shot at it, and if you like, when I'm modeling something like again a part or something like that, I could have 3 or 4 goes at it before I actually get the dimensions right and things like that. So if you get it wrong and you Shapeways it for $600, you'll want to jump off a bridge. It's just
Nearly did.
yeah, and
That was lucky.
yeah. So
from what I know as well, when you send stuff to them, like they want to get it right, but they're really interested in, okay, where's your file? Okay, I'll print it.
Yeah, that's
there
right.
it is, and it's
That's
like,
right.
Like for instance with the Batfleet cowl, how big it
Yeah,
came and how it was scaled. It did come out quite.
Well, that's what is it? What type of printer is that? Where it's the powder? The resin powder?
like SLA, SLS.
Yeah.
I think that's the ones.
I'd love to see their setup. Like, that thing would be massive.
Because it's like a big block of plastic, isn't it? Or is it powder?
It's
and then
resin
all...
powder in it. And they pull the print out at the end of it.
Yeah, look, I'm not sure if I know SLA and SLS is basically where they use a laser and a type of resin.
Yep.
And so, it sweeps the resin across and it shoots a laser and it hardens a bit of resin and pulls it up again a little bit. Similar sort of as an FDM, but using a tank of resin instead. Where powdered films basically, from my understanding, is it's a big tank of resin. It's almost like a glue that goes down or something like that, and then they put shoots powder across it, sticks down, they shoot glue across it again, powder down, something along those lines. But basically, there's no support material because the powder is self-supporting.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I'm not sure what that one's called. I'm sure someone will
The $1 billion
correct
printer.
me. Yeah.
Actually, what would be what's the most expensive printer you've ever seen, for a filament?
Ultimakers are really expensive. So there's still a FFF or fused filament thing, or FDM printers, which is what this is. Ultimakers are $4,000 in Australia for one that will do the same print volume as a Prusa, which is
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are they the self-contained ones? They're all in a box, so you kind of just open,
they're basically just a box, but they've got a lot of they spend a lot of time on the software. They're all sheet metal design. They're not 3D printed parts. They are a good machine, but for the same price in Australia, you can buy 4 of those Prusas or 4 of these, and it's it's horses for courses. If you want a hassle-free system, buy a Ultimaker. If you've got $4,000 to spend, if you don't have $4,000 to spend, you've got more time. Buy a Prusa, buy an A8, buy a TiVo, buy something like that. Even buy a Wanhao duplicator.
So essentially, it's just take it out of the box and it's good to go.
Pretty much, yeah. Pull it out of the box, calibrate it, print. That's it. But that's what you're paying $4,000 for, really.
I nearly bought. I'm glad I didn't. The Dremel one.
Oh, yeah.
This is way before I met you guys,
Yeah.
and it was just one of those spur of the moment things where I was at Bunnings and I saw it there and they had it on display and they had examples of prints there, and I was nearly bought. I think it was $1,500, but I thought, look, I don't know if this is a thing where I could not make money off it, but I wanted to make my money back on it, and I'd rather just leave it. You know exactly what you're doing.
Well, I try to.
You have the patience.
You have the patience, yeah. I would have thrown that thing out the window.
Yeah, it's kind of look, I've been using 3D printers now for about 4 years.
Yeah.
And it's definitely the first printer I bought was a Velleman K8200, and it took 3 months for me to get a decent print out of it. I knew nothing about 3D printing. The communities weren't there. Now there's 100 Facebook groups. There's probably more than that. But about how to get your stuff running. There's questions. There's printers have better build construction now. There's heaps of better options. But when I started, I didn't know how to 3D model, didn't know what settings were to print, didn't know anything like that. So seen lots of big comments. I'm like, have we missed stuff?
Big comments for a big printer. Yeah.
Hey, here he is.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Funny Guy. MakerBots aren't that great, aren't they?
People will say sort of MakerBots sold out because they went closed source. Basically, open source means that you can download the firmware, modify it, change it, do whatever you want. But yeah, I think MakerBots closed their doors basically, and they said we're just gonna
Do their own thing.
do our own thing. Here's your printer, sort of thing, which isn't a bad thing. But they sort of, so they fell off the grid. But yeah, definitely a few other companies took over their stance, so to speak.
It's 5 a.m. over here in the States. Dude, go to bed! Or he's probably just getting up.
You should print a Baby Groot or...
Oh, yeah.
I'd be sick, Baby Groot.
Everyone... So currently in the 3D printing world, if you join any of the 3D printing Facebook groups, people are obsessed with benchies, which is this little 3D printed boat. It's a stress test. Fidget spinners, which everyone is sick of death of hearing about fidget spinners. And Baby Groots. And people are always posting because that's all you ever see in 3D printing groups is stuff like this. I printed this as a test, right? But I would never.
That's the same size as a Baby Groot.
I'm gonna be bigger almost.
Probably, yeah.
Probably
the ears make it taller, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I just printed this because I'm it's something. But this printer is basically I've got my other printers to do my stuff, but this printer is basically for printing large armor bits, stuff for cosplay and stuff like that. So it's
Not fidget spinners.
Oh, dude.
Do you have a fidget spinner?
Oh, I'm so sick of fidget spinners. I haven't seen anything on any of the groups, but every time I see a fidget spinner, I just want to throw something.
What are they?
You ever seen a fidget spinner?
I probably have, and I just choose to ignore it.
So all it is, it's a skateboard bearing in the middle,
Yeah.
and then it's 3 more skateboard bearings around the outside, and you spin them, and it's meant to be like a
See, I didn't know
It's
how to
the
name.
stupidest
I was
fucking
just
thing.
like, yeah, I was like, that stupid thing.
yeah, and so China are making them there. Everyone and people are like making dollars off them. Who owns a 3D printer? They give them to their kids to sell them at schools and
That's
things
big.
like that. And it's like, look, that's fine, if that's what you want to do, but every second post is a fidget spinner.
Yeah,
and it just
I How many different ways can you do it?
well, and now everyone's out to like, how can I make a better fidget spinner than the next guy?
Yeah,
sort of
true.
thing.
Yeah.
Look, it's a thing. If it gets you in, you know what I say? If it gets you into 3D modeling, gets you into 3D printing, and it gets you doing something,
Yeah.
that's cool. But
As long as they don't keep doing it the entire time.
it's a fad.
Expand
and
horizons.
it will move on. Like no one prints. Well, very few people print benches now. It's all about baby Groots, things like that.
Yeah.
And look, if you're after ultra quality things like that, yes, print that sort of stuff so you can see how good it looks.
Yeah.
Obviously, the thing with a 3D printer, you want to try and get as close to injection molded part as possible, but it's not always the case. But
Sky's the limit, though.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not going to achieve it if you don't try.
That's right.
That's a good idea. Print a keychain of your logo. You could totally print one. I could take a mold of it and.
Well,
make
someone's
little
already been doing
castings.
keychains for someone in particular, haven't they?
Yeah.
Did you bring them?
No,
Oh, why not?
because I'm an idiot.
Okay, cool.
I can bring them tomorrow.
That's right.
I've got 20.
Nice.
They're an absolute punish.
Yeah.
I don't want to do them ever again.
Yeah. That's pretty
Thanks
much
for that. That's why you
that's
palmed that off onto me.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Have you got keychains of your
So
L company logo?
no, it's not mine. So a forum. So the car I drive, the forum group wanted keychains, and they came to me and said, "Hey, can you make them?" And I went, "Look, 3D printed keychains."
Is that the Ute or the?
Yeah, the Ute.
Yeah, okay. I was
And-
going to say the Suzuki Swift.
Yeah.
Just
Part of the Swift group.
No. So they wanted their logo done, and I'm like, okay, I'll make up some, see how hard it is. And I'm like, I've got the time. I got to do modeling, as in not modeling like this, but modeling because
You should though.
You
No,
totally
should.
should.
If
The
you
only
want to
thing-
make money, like real money.
Yeah. Like 3D modeling, electronics, lots of stuff. Build everyone a voice modulator, which I have a whole bunch in the backyard ready to go. But so do all that stuff. I didn't really have time for them, so I palmed it off to you, and now you don't want to do it. So
Hey, I did my 20. I
That's
did my
fine.
quota.
that's fine.
But I do have to go through them and get rid of
All
air
like
bubbles.
Yeah.
They're a lot. Even if I brushed it into the mold.
that. Just a little
Which end up using?
F-140. That stuff stinks.
Yeah.
It stinks. Ugh.
It does.
That urethane you use for the cowl,
Mhm.
does that smell like fish?
It's pretty rough. Like I use a mask. Although I didn't for the F-160, which still kind of stunk, but as long as you don't get too close,
Yeah.
it's
It's a bit crook.
it does, yeah.
Something ain't right there. Someone's like 3D print Vegemite. Everyone's like print Vegemite now. Do you have Vegemite?
No, I have Vegemite. You're on a diet. You're not allowed to have anything.
It's salt. I probably shouldn't.
That's
Yeah.
even worse.
We should all be on diets. Chris is the only one that's actually doing something
I
about
know.
it.
Miles and I smashed the pizzeries.
Oh,
Yeah,
it looks so good. These guys are eating beautiful pizza and I got shitty broccoli and beef.
Fart juice.
Fart juice. Yeah, mate. Fart juice. Vegemite.
It's going to destroy my talk. Can you print out Superman? Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
Add
How-
it to the list.
But pretty mad he's like that big.
Yeah.
We did it.
Intense resolution.
Print Mr. Macy's. Actually, I would like to print that.
You know what? I saw there was a really cool. So there's a website called Thingiverse for anyone who doesn't know, and it's all filled full of everyone else's models they put online. And there was a really cool helmet of Rick Sanchez.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
from Rick and Morty,
Mm.
and it's the best. Like you can move the eyes in different positions
Oh,
and
wow.
stuff. Like it's really cool. And I was like, I want to print that. I don't have time.
Chris, can I palm something off onto you? Like, I don't have a printer. Get one.
Yeah.
Learn.
Yeah, learn. Just hang up on me. Like, yeah, suppose I better learn. Does that fit your face?
It fits my face. My hair does not fit though. Hang on.
That fits pretty well.
Hang on.
That fits pretty damn well.
It's called form fit. Actually,
Yeah.
it does. Like it perfectly.
The plates at the back, because they've got to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. So they've got to go in, and my ears are already touching.
Well, if
in,
I end up
so-
working out that elastic option, it could be so that you could have it. Even if you had a beak like me, you could.
So you know what? I can go to work in the morning like this, and scare the shit out of everyone. That'd be great.
Morning, everyone.
I just go to an angry customer and I'm like, yes sir, can I help you?
Yeah. It's like, I'd like to speak to the manager. This is the manager. You're like a basement, you're like a Negan bat.
Yeah.
It's like, handle the complaints.
Yeah.
Print a new penis. What's wrong with my old one?
How have you seen it?
Don't need much filament there.
3D printer. We've already gone through
Print
that.
a new dildo.
Jesus Christ.
Print me. Okay.
You know what? We'll take all these. We'll look at the chat. We'll take everything and we'll print them all in like 3mm height, and we'll say we've done it, and then you can stop saying it.
That's a lot of dildos, though.
Yeah.
I'll be
It's
honest.
just like a big box, like, gentlemen, it's 90% dildos.
That is literally a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
Jesus.
For scientific
Yeah,
purposes.
exactly. Yeah.
Iron Man gauntlet. Actually,
That'd
Iron
be
Man
cool.
armor would be pretty good. Actually, you could do a helmet.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of files out there. I think Thingiverse has some.
Yeah.
Once again, it's kind of got to be a one-off and
Yeah.
just,
Yeah. I mean,
acknowledge the vendor.
there's no problem with one-offing 3D prints. It's like
Thanks, Tyler. You rock too, buddy.
if you want to redo, like if you want to remake them all the time, 3D printing is not the fastest solution to continually make stuff. Trust me, I know. But half my business is around trying to
If you print a dildo the height of the Empire State Building, I will sit on it. Gentlemen, let's get to it. I want to see this. The guy's just like, shit, what have I done?
Challenge
Challenge accepted. Oh, you bastard.
Oh.
Really?
It's alright, it's all good.
Oh, the glue held up.
Oh, no, not the top.
That's right. Well, it's coming off anyway.
That's
isn't
right,
it?
you gotta take it off. Because I
Just
stuffed
take
it.
a bit off the top. She'll be.
Mate, just a bit of, leave the fringe.
Yeah.
Should be right.
Yeah. She'll buff out.
Are they supposed to be like vents?
Yeah, from what I know. I think
Yeah,
they
something
are.
like that. I mean,
I've got to check out more reference shots, but it's a pretty simple design. It kind of looks a little bit aerodynamic, I think. It kind of looks a bit like a car hood, actually. Like
Yeah.
if you really think about the vents.
yeah.
It's the intake.
Yeah, exactly.
And just so everyone knows, this is OCD me to death. This like 3 colours. Oh, I'm dying here. Like I really am.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Can,
Just
can
gonna
you,
put it down for them.
can you 3D print some titties?
Sure. Hang on. We'll get you a file.
Yeah.
Or send your file in and I'll 3D print them.
Yeah. I mean, just like scan titties.
Yeah.
Deathstroke armor, yep, definitely.
Let's see.
Actually, you could totally do Deathstroke. You're tall enough for it.
I have.
Oh yeah, you did.
I
Yeah,
did,
that's
so
right.
I did the Arrow season.
Yeah,
one
that's right.
2 Deathstroke.
Um,
That's fine.
How do you pronounce? Is it Manganiello,
Joe Manganiello.
Joe Manganiello? Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Manganiello.
That'll be sick.
Yeah.
I really do hope he's in the Batman.
Panther. We're working on it. Aren't you working on it?
Yeah, well, we'll get
Yeah.
I'll get you one step at a time.
How do you shrink resin?
I'll find a way.
Oh yeah.
That'd be a bad motto. I can shrink it.
Don't worry, I'll find a way.
No, yeah, exactly.
Do you watch Doctor Who? I do. It's amazing. Matt Smith all the way.
Never got into Doctor Who.
Yeah, neither did I. I mean, I can see the love for it, but I think I would have to have my eyes glued open to watch the first. Well,
Yeah.
technically, it's been around.
Yeah.
There's a
since
lot
the
to
70s.
catch up on.
Yeah, I haven't watched the older Doctor. I've only watched since like 2005, I think, when it got
Right,
released.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's like Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant,
Yeah.
Matt Smith.
From what I can tell, I mean, I have watched 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I've watched 1 of Matt Smith and I think 2 of David Tennant. And I still reckon David Tennant was the shit.
Hey.
He was sick.
Opa. Well, doesn't it go back to the 70s?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Because what are they up to? Like the 12th Doctor?
No, they're past that. They're on, I think it's the 13th now. So, what's his name now?
He's given it up, isn't he?
Yeah, he gave it up after this season. What's his name?
Old bloke.
Shit.
Old mate.
What did Tegan say?
Someone-
He just got yelled at from the other room. Yeah, that's right, Peter Capaldi.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, someone said back to the 60s.
Wow.
Ah, there you go.
Wow. 60s, mate.
It was the 50s.
Bloody hell.
So it's an old show.
Yeah.
It's almost as old as neighbours. Oh.
Neighbours.
It's way better than Neighbours. There's no time travel in Neighbours.
Mate, anything's better than neighbours.
That's it.
I could watch the paint dry right now. I could have watched that break, that 3D print 10 times over, and it would be better than watching neighbours.
Should we wrap her up? Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Has anyone got a question or two or anything?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions.
But like a real question, not
No dildo questions.
not please print a dildo.
Motion Madness, I love you too. Home and away.
Oh, there we go.
Are you going to see Defenders? That's
Yeah, Defenders is going to be great. The trailer was released today, and I thought it looked sick. See, that's where you got to get onto it. You know this shit. Come on.
Yeah,
get
I
onto it.
know, but I got
Time.
stuff.
I know.
I got stuff to do.
You got a life to
I don't
live.
know what you have to do though. Every time you're like, "Hey man, you want to do something?" He's like, "No, I'm busy." Every time, I don't know what
No,
you're doing.
I think he's got to deal with all these dildo comments like
Probably,
all the
That's it.
time.
My
Yeah.
life is just a life full
A
of
big
dildo
old
comments.
dildo comments.
My life is a big old dildo. Alright? Big.
What brand is the printer? It's a TiVo Little Monster.
That's a good name. I do like that one.
It's ironic, isn't
Yeah,
it? Very ironic.
because everyone goes, "It's a monster," and you go, "Yeah, it really is
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
monster."
For your upcoming Batman cosplay, we have short or long ears. It'll be the regular Batfleck cowl, and then also the Justice League cowl, and maybe the tactical Batsuit cowl. At this stage, I'm not really a fan, but life is a dildo.
Would you 3D print Hawkeye arrow tips?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, if you can find the models, really. I don't really like modelling real world stuff.
Yeah, I was going to
It's
say,
just-
yeah.
Oh, it's just people get pissed off when it's not exact, you know,
yeah.
and I just don't have the time to
Yeah,
sit
exactly.
down.
Like even with this in particular, or any 3D print,
There's a lot
you
of
st-
work.
you, yeah, you still got to, there's filling and there's sanding and,
yeah.
it doesn't matter how many times you do
But
it.
even making that, like, I've done freeform modelling before to do some stuff, and it's fucking hard. Like,
It
it's
is. If you're starting from scratch.
yeah, and especially like, I'm not a modeler, I'm not a 3D printer or anything like that. Like, I've learned everything I've done by myself, watching YouTube, things like that, which I recommend anyone to do. But yeah, it's one of those things where it takes a lot of time to make this stuff, and you can see why people want to charge for those files, which is fine. They're allowed to. So if they made it.
Wake up and get to watch Chris. What's up, my dude? What's up, Sonny? Green Lantern or weed? Oh, I do like the green.
Lantern weed.
Lantern weed.
Just use it to actually make your own weed.
Gentlemen, anything else?
I don't think we're...
No,
You got anything?
no, I'm pretty good. There's a printer. We said hi.
Yeah.
We did Facebook.
We've been going for an hour and
Print
4
shit,
minutes.
Which is cool. How about you?
Jesus.
Oh man, I'm gonna get the biggest phone bill.
Oh, whoops.
I mean... Oh,
Yeah, just laugh. That's standard.
yeah.
Suck it. Suck it. Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna sign off. This was really good. This was a good learning experience. So there's gonna be a lot more live videos coming, like streaming from me in the workshop, or back at Miles's place or at Ben's place, whatever we're doing. So yeah, this is really cool. So gentlemen, thank you very much for this evening.
Anytime.
Guys, hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. I won't say cosplay's do it best. This is us just all hanging out. So guys, have a good one. Catch you later. All the best. Bye for now.